Happy Tuesday! It's a Tuesday, terrific Tuesday. It is a Tuesday, and so I just wanted to make sure I came on and did my video as I love to do. I didn't do one yesterday because I was feeling a little, what word do I want to use? Maybe almost defeated. I had like I had a really hard day yesterday because it's like I was just telling myself, you have to don't rush the process, but you have to trust the process. And so, because you can't be out here measuring other people's blessings to the blessings that God has for you or is getting ready to bless you with. And it's like, it kind of almost made me feel as if, like, I know it's my turn and it's my season, and I know I'm being preserved for my purpose. But sometimes we get a little frustrated when we see other people winning, and you're like, okay, I'm waiting. So I was a little yeah, I was feeling a little defeated yesterday, and I just was like, and when I get like that, I get really like in almost like a depressive state where I don't want to do anything. I don't have any motivation to get up and do anything. But throughout the day, I was in constant prayer mode, and that's what God told me. He said, "Don't rush the process. Trust the process." So that kind of like, hit me. He's still, preserving me for my purpose. He's still working on me. And I guess I just had to come to that realization. And, just thinking, and I went on a walk yesterday, and, stepping on faith, man, this is not for the weak. Like, you gotta be 100% in this. Like, if you're stepping out on faith and truly, solely relying on the Creator, I'm telling you, it's not for the weak. It is not. You have to be 10 toes down in this. I mean, good, bad, ugly, whatever he throws at you, you have to be ready. So, he's just, was consistently telling me that yesterday. It's like when you get ready to fall, or you want to reach out to people that you no longer deal with. Like, it's all a test. It's that he literally is testing your faith, and he's literally testing your patience. It's like, he has eliminated everybody out of my life. I mean, when I say everybody, I mean everybody has been completely eliminated from my life. And sometimes it's hard. I'm not even gonna lie. It is hard. Not sometimes. It is hard because when he only solely wants you to rely on him, to depend on him, to come to him, to talk to him, to get the answers from him, to get the directions that you need, the instructions, solely dependently on him. And when he does that, he will strip you of everything and everyone. So yesterday was just kind of hard for me. I guess, as we're approaching to the end of the year, you know, holidays, and, things are upon us. And it's like, I just really had a hard day yesterday because, I actually had to apologize for him for the thoughts that I was having, because I've been, which I still will continuously be. I've been very obedient. I've been very diligent. I've been very stepping out on faith, and relying on him and solely depending on him. But at the same time, he's like, okay, but did you die? And it's like, oh, okay, no. But it's like, oh, it does get frustrating. So I just had to apologize and say, you know, I'm sorry for, you know, coming at you like that. And I know that my time is coming, and I know that you are preserving me for my purpose, and I know that you are preparing me for what's getting ready to come. And I know that I have to continue to be patient and be diligent and continue to wait on him. But it is all a test. But I'm telling you, it's not for the weak. This lifestyle and being a mirror of his image and his creation, it's not for the weak. I'm telling you. And then I always say he always give his strongest battles to his strongest soldiers. And it's like, you know, my biggest fear is you know, I would say for me, my biggest fear is disappointing him. I don't want to disappoint him, and I'm like, and I don't like to even think about that, but at the same time, we are all humans, and we are temptation is everywhere. Like temptation is everywhere, everywhere. And I think that's a whole reason why I don't leave the house. Like, I don't leave the house. I don't go, like, if I'm go, only place I go is to the grocery store, and that's it. And where I go take my walks, but it's like temptation is just everywhere, around the corner, at the corner, down the street, up the street, and it's just all over the place, you know? So I feel like I had a very like weak moment, and I can even admit that I was angry with him. I was upset. Like, you know, I've been obedient. I've been relying on you. I've been trusting in you. And it's like, you know, my time is not his time. I'm going on his time, and I realize that, and I know that. But like I said, we're all human. We all get frustrated. And I just had a weak moment yesterday, and I just wasn't feeling up to it. And it was just so funny because I did have like that morning, I hate saying that. I know when I got up. A hummingbird. I like a hummingbird. I love hummingbirds. They are the most beautiful creatures to me. And so I was standing in front of my door, and, you know, I was just praying to God and asking him to reveal himself to me and asking for his direction and his insight, you know, because I'm having these feelings, and I'm feeling lost, and I'm not feeling derailed, but and I seen this hummingbird, and it literally like came to my face, and I was like, I got a little startled, but it was like, oh my gosh, it was just so pretty. And it was just, you know, hummingbirds bring positive energy and good luck, and you know, good vibes and everything like that. So that was really nice, you know, that you know was confirmation that I needed. But at the same time, I was just feeling really defeated yesterday. And it's like, and you know, we have those times and we have those moments, but you always have to bring yourself back to him, you know, like don't derail from the path. And so I don't know why I'm getting like emotional right now, but it's just like, you know, I'm so grateful for everything that he's done for me, you know, everything that he's going to continue to do for me. And I know he's moving mountains for me. And it's like, you know, you don't see it right now, but you know, when you know that something is getting ready to come, when like this big change is getting ready to come, like for me, I get like very anxious and very like how I was yesterday. I was like very anxious and almost like an anxiety type of way, because it's like I know something is getting, I know he's working. Like when you're down to nothing, he's up to something. And it's like I know that he's working in my favor. And it's like I felt it yesterday, and I just felt like, you know, maybe the devil was just trying to get me off my square. Like, yeah, what's taking him so long? You be asking and praying for this and praying, he ain't did nothing. It's like, back up, knock it off, you know? So it was like, I had to just apologize for that. But it's like, so for me, I get this sense of like, anxiousness and like anxiety, and he's like, I could feel it in my belly. And that's just God working, continue working on me and working in my favor and opening doors and building doors and getting ready to present me with great opportunities. And I know for a fact that he wants me to be fully prepared for everything that he's getting ready to show me. And so I just have to realize that. And I do realize that, but like I said, we are all human, and we get weak-willed sometimes. We get tempted, the flesh gets tempted, and I just had a weak moment yesterday, but I am better. I'm better. Being better every day in every way makes me better and better. So I'm moving forward. I'm staying in constant prayer mode. I am solely relying on him like I've been doing from day one. And it's just so funny because it's like, um, I'd like to do an inventory on my life every once in a while, and I found a box of stuff and had some writings in it, and it was, when you go back and if you ever write things and you may not know what the message is at that point in time, go back and reread it, because it may be something that you need in that pivotal moment. And it was like, I had found this book of some writings, and from like maybe years ago, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago. And I was just reading, and I'm like, wow, this is this is this is some good stuff. And it's like, he's like never left me. He's never left me. I've always been like in constant relationship with him. It may not been consistent, but it was constant. He was always there when I needed him to be in that very pivotal moment. And it just kind of made me think like, what were you going through in that pivotal moment that you actually wrote this? And it's like, whatever it was, you could be going through that right now, and that's what you needed at that point in time to get you through that situation, and you need that right now to get you through this situation. It's like, the situation doesn't change, only how we handle it and how we deal with it is what's going to get us over to that next hump. So that's really all that was. But like I said, if you write like I like to write, just go back and reread it, because there may be something in there that you may need at this pivotal time. And it's like, especially with me in the process of writing this book, he's really bringing a lot of stuff out of me that like I haven't thought about in a long time. And that is becoming overwhelming for me. And it's like, it's easy to be nothing, but it's harder to be great. It's harder to be great. It's harder to go out here and step out on faith. It's harder to go out here and solely rely on the Creator. And I mean solely, for everything that you do. Solely rely on. I'm telling you, it's really not for the weak. Like, when he says he's got a plan and a purpose for you, you gotta fall into it. You gotta absolutely fall into it. And if you're 100%, he will be 110%. And it's like, I'm 100% in this. I'm 100% stepping out on faith. I've been doing that, consistently, probably for the last year or two, and just every day. And I'm starting to notice more and more every day that the relationship that we're building is getting better and it's getting stronger. And I am, okay with I've always been okay with stepping out on faith, to be honest with you. I'm like one of those people. I crave change. Like I will drop everything and just go. Like, if need be necessary, I will do that. Like, I don't have a problem with doing that. I really don't. And I've never had a problem with it. It's just taking that first step, But when you are surrounded by people who don't want to change, you kind of get stuck in that rut, You do, because it's like, oh, well, I don't want to pull myself away from people, the only things and the only people that I know. But I'm telling you, do it. Like, do it. You have to do it. If you are one of those people that solely rely on your creator and our heavenly father, I promise you he will not steer you wrong. But I'm telling you, it's not for the weak. You gotta be a beast. Like, you gotta be able to sacrifice everything in order to have an abundant relationship with him. And I mean everything. Not half the stuff, not a little bit of stuff. I mean everything. Everything that you think is worth sacrificing for, sacrifice that and then some, because he wants all of you. Not 50%, not 40%, not 80%. He wants 100%. Because if you give him 100%, he gonna give you 110, 120. He's going to magnify and multiply everything that you have relinquished to him. Everything that you have given up and given away and just dropped, he is, I'm telling you, I promise you he will. I am in the process of that. So it's not for the weak. I'm just gonna tell you, if you're trying to do it, I do it. Like, don't think about it. If you think about it, you're not gonna do it. But I'm telling you, he's going to make you do it. If there is something that he absolutely wants you to do and he needs you to do it, he's going to make you so uncomfortable. He's going to make people treat you so bad and so mean. And he's just going to put you in the worst situations, in the most uncomfortable situations that you can even ever think of, just so he can get you out of it. I promise you, he will. I promise you. But I'm telling you, sometimes that's where people fold, you know? That's where they bend, break, and fold. But I don't bend, break, or fold, and I'm 10 toes down. But I'm telling you, it's not for the weak. Solely stepping out on faith and being compliant to him and being obedient towards him is not for the weak. But I promise you, the blessings will start to pour in, and things will just happen out of nowhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Consistently be in consistent prayer mode and manifestation mode and being aligned with your path and you know, being in the present moment and always solely relying on him and asking him for guidance and instructions and asking him for permission before you do anything. Like, it's a whole process to this thing. It really is. And it's like, to be honest with you, I don't even think for myself no more. Anything that I want or that I'm thinking about, he guides me. He tells me what to do. You know, he tells me when to rest. He tells me when to get up. He tells me when it's time to start writing. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And I have given everything to him. I'm going to continue giving everything to him because he gives me everything. He gives me everything and anything that I need when I need it, and all I do is ask for it. And that's just what it is. But I'm telling you, this is not for the weak. It's not for the weak. You have to be strong when you are solely dependent on the creator. You have to be, you know, because he's not going to do anything when you tell him to do it. He's going to do it when he feels that it's necessary, when it's time for him to do it. You can ask for it, but, you know, he's going to do it when he feels like it's time to be done. You're not on his time. You're not on your time. It's his time. It's not your way. It's Yahweh's way. So you have to do it his way. There's no other. You can't be in a relationship and still in a relationship with him and still think that you're going to think for yourself and still think that you're going to do what you want your way. No, that's not how this goes. This is not. He created you. You didn't create him. He created you. You know, so you have to do it his way. It's the only way to do it is his way. It's not your way, it's Yahweh's way. And you have to do it his way. That's the only way that you're going to win. That's the only way you're going to survive. That's the only way you're going to have this strength, this ability, this knowledge, the determination, the will. the guidance, is just doing it his way. Whatever he says to do, you have to do it. You can't second guess it. And I'm one of those people that, I'm gonna question it. I always, because I'm like, okay, but that's just me. I'm hard headed, and he knows I'm hard headed. But I'm even stepping away from that because I don't want to be fighting with him. I don't want to be arguing with him. I don't want to be questioning him because he already knows what's going to happen. He's making it happen. He is the reason why it's going to happen. So why would I question that? It's like I'm not going to do that anymore. But I'm telling you, this is not for the weak. You have to be strong. You have to be strong, and whatever you do, if you are going to follow him 100%, I'm telling you, you can't be back and forth, deciding to and then deciding not to. I'm telling you, he's gonna take away everything. You have to give up everything in order to be solely dependent on him. Like there's no independency when you're dependent on him. You're his dependent. So you have to depend on him. There's no independence. I'm a dependent. I'm his now. Like I belong to him. I don't have any choices. Any choices that I have is because of the choices that he's chosen for me. It's the choices that he's making for me. It's the choices that he's telling me to choose. I don't make choices and decisions for myself anymore. I don't do that. That's not because I'm not doing anything my way. I'm doing everything his way, by his guidance, by his structure, by his knowledge, by his ability. It's all on him. I'm just here following his footsteps, mimicking his footsteps, mirroring his footsteps, but I'm telling you, it's not for the weak. It's really not. It's not. You have to be strong in this. You have to trust in him every step of the way. It's okay, you can't just be quoting Bible verses and putting verses up on Instagram and TikTok, but you out here living a whole different type of lifestyle. You can't do that. That's only 50%. You only giving him 50%, but you want him to give you 100%. That's not how that works. You have to be. You got to be in this. Like Nip said, it's not a race. It's a marathon. We trying to make it to the end. Trying to make it all the way to the end, and I'm telling you, when I get ready to cross that finish line, he's gonna be sitting there waiting for me with open arms, and that's my end goal. You know what I'm saying? You got to figure out what your end goal is. You got to figure out what your purpose is. You got to figure out what your destiny is. You got to figure out what you want. And if you want it bad enough, and if he thinks that you deserve it, because he knows you, he knows your heart, and he knows your intentions, he's going to make sure that he does everything to put you in that position. But at the same time, you're gonna make your own choices. That's what's so great about being a human, is that we are able to make our own choices. Yeah, he'll put you on some situations to bump you on your head and be like, hey, this is you. I'm trying to give you what you've been asking me for. Everything you've been praying about, everything you've been manifesting about, I'm trying to give it to you, but you still want to do things your way. That's not how it's gonna go. You can't do that. So you can't be 1 foot in and 1 foot out and do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. No, that's not how that's gonna go. I'm just telling you, it's not gonna work that way. So, but yeah. But I'm all better now. I'm up. I'm gonna do some writing today, and just moving forward. Trust the process. Don't rush the process, because the process is a process. Everything's a process. Nothing is going to magically happen overnight. He wants to know that you are going to be obedient, because when he starts blessing you, you can't just jump ship after. Now it's like, oh, I done gave you everything you want. Now you don't want me. Now you don't want me no more. It's not going to be like that. So I just have to come to that realization. And it's like, I can remember that, people would always say, be fearful of God, be fearful. And it's like, why would I want to be fearful of someone that, created me from love. Like, wow, I am fearful. I'm very fearful. And that's why I feel like I'm so fearful that I'm going to disappoint him. Like, I have that fear every day. Like, I don't, like, guide my steps, guide my situation. You know, anything that you bless me with, you know, you tell me how to maneuver it and you tell me how to use it. Like, I don't want to be not obedient to because I'm scared. Like, I'm scared. He's already, you know, just based off of everything that's transpired, you know, in my life in the last year and a half. Yeah, I'm very fearful, and I think that's good because that's gonna keep me humble. It's gonna keep me on my toes, you know. So, like I said, if you want the type of life, if you want to create your reality and have the type of life that he created you for, it's gonna be it's all his way. It's not your way. You gotta release and relinquish everything, and you gotta give it over to him, and you gotta sacrifice everything that you got. I mean, it's gonna take everything. It's gonna take everything. You got to almost sacrifice your life to give it over to him. That's the only way he gonna know. I mean, he gave up his life. He gave up his life. He only asking you for a little bit of yours. Play with yourself, don't play with Jesus. But I'm gonna go. Have a good day. Today's Tuesday. You know, try doing something for someone that's gonna make them feel better. It might make you feel better as well. So do that. You know, take care of yourself. Self-care, self-love. Pray for everything that you want. Manifest for everything that you want. If you want to be great and do great, you can go out here and do it. You got that choice. But I'm telling you, like I said, this ain't for the weak. This ain't for the weak, my G. It's really not. It's really not. But it is the holidays. So, you know, be thankful. Be grateful for the people that you love. Love those who love you. Love the ones that don't love you too, because they need love too. So everybody need love. Everybody need love, love, love. So being better every day in every way makes me better and better, and it will you too. Bye.